I always think of James Brown, Sly Stone, different things like that. One thing I notice about guitar is like you don't want to play funky patterns with unless you're playing like some Black Crowes or something kind of rock. You don't want to play funk with a lot of like low end strings. Usually it's like 3 notes or some kind of like, you know, something simple and not too like aggressive. You know, you can't really like funk out too hard, or just so you want to try, say you have something in A minor. Right? So you have some little voicings that you can use like diatonic triads. Like I'm using A minor, B major, C major, D major. Those are some good little voicings to use for like, let's say, A minor. And I also noticed the faster the rhythm, the faster the tempo, the quieter you have to be on the guitar. Like you can't do it with the same intensity. Like if you have a slow tempo, like you can kind of dig in more, like. But if it's fast, then you have to compensate by dynamically playing much quieter. Like if it's, because that just wouldn't sound right if you're a, you know, it's too aggressive. So there's like this fine line between tempo and how heavy-handed your right hand's going to be. So that's one subtle thing that you can incorporate into your playing. I also like to do in triplets, like I always think of that song "Funky Good Time" by James Brown. I don't know the key that it's in, but let's just play like an E, maybe. Like it's like a triplet, like. So I'm doing this thing. Most beginners wouldn't really play what I'm doing. I'm doing 2 downstrokes, then an upstroke, which is a little bit of an advanced thing. Most people would kind of teach you to play up and down in the beginning, like. Because that sort of keeps your hand in the flow. So you have to have a little bit more experience just to do downstrokes and upstrokes, like you know. So if you're a beginner, I would recommend trying to take the flow. The same thing goes with 16th note rhythms. Let's just make up something funky like here. Let's say we got, let's do something in C7. Right? Okay, so say you wanted to play a rhythm that's like right? So a lot of beginners, they might go you see what I just did with my hand? I broke the flow of the right hand. And so the main number 1 rule is you don't want to break the up and down stroke flow of your right hand. See, I just played upstrokes. Up, up, up. Right? You're not going to go da, 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 da. Hear how that kind of like takes the flow out. And you could still put rests in there if you're playing up and down, but you want to always keep that going, that sort of that flow. So even if I'm not playing on the strings the whole time, you still want to keep the flow. So you get that idea? So always learn to keep that 16th note flow going so that you don't break up that thing. And that's actually one of the sort of most important things you should get into your playing, is keeping the 16th note flowing when you're playing those funky rhythms.